You have to put the intro and the countdown.
Yep. Um, I'm just thinking that it will probably kill your...
In ancient times, the sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf titans with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds.
And there is some kind of weird magic. What was the last part?
Instead you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hello, everyone. Good
Hello,
morning,
hello.
good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hey, Gibash, how are you doing?
Hello, Bruno. Great. How are you?
I'm good as well. We have a new setup, and we're trying it out, so we might have oh, sorry. Got some background music. Look at this. Hear this out, actually.
Yeah, I think it's really in the background, but it's okay.
Hopefully it's not too loud. If the background music is too loud, let us know. So welcome everyone and thank you for joining in. We have an important AMA today with you because we're going to run some questions that we'll be able to post in the AMA questions chat at the Discord server, or you can put it here at the stream if you're looking through Twitch or through YouTube. You can just post your questions here and we will answer. So you know that we have big news today. We have entered the Game Maker Fund. We are hell excited. We just had a team meeting to discuss what's going to happen next as well. There's a lot of work in our end regarding milestones we have to achieve. And we want to get to you everything that's going to happen, everything that's going to change, and what will be the next steps for the Pickaxe Master. So stay tuned and stick with us because we're going through it all during this stream. So, Gibash, where should we start?
Probably maybe let's check if the quest is working, or probably it will not be changed from previous test.
I think it has not changed yet. So no, let's not worry about it. So I'll just start from the scratch. Try to not take much of your time to get through this AMA, and first things first. So I have the website open in here in front of me, and I have to say that from the time that we built this website, from when we started to do all of this, I have to say that we a lot of change. Starting with, we've discovered how much work it takes to build just one by one experience, and that has been a major learning for us. And to deliver a high quality experience with detailed graphics, with detailed components and logic, it takes much more time than we were expecting. So in order to keep up the quality that we want to bring to you, we've noticed that it's not possible at the current stage for us to deliver with the amount of speed that we wanted to. And I think that you understand this, because most of us are still, let's say, new to the sandbox, because the sandbox is itself new. And we've discovered that things take more time. So going through that, we can say that we were planning to have Skytown ready from June to August, and that's clearly not going to happen, because we're still finishing. We're at 95% of the Misty Mountain of the base game. And to go through expansions, we were planning to have from August to November to have the Exiled Kingdoms expansions ready as well, which will not also happen during that timeline. So why? Because it's a 3x3 map, so we're having this type of let's say, how do you say, challenges for a 1x1 to bring such a detailed quality experience. So at 3x3 we will take much more time. So what have we also discovered? To make a 3x3, we rather do it 1x1 each time than just design a whole 3x3 by itself. So that way we will be able to keep delivering additions to the map instead of just delivering one huge map. So that's one of the changes that we will be doing. Instead of going on the roadmap to deliver one 3x3, our goal is to have the 3x3 ready. But instead of launching it all at the same time, we'll be adding expansions to it. So we can say that the Misty Mountain, being the first one to be ready, it will be the first one on the 3x3 to be ready and to be placed. And after that, what we're planning is to build a social hub, which will also be used for crafting, and then another one which will be the first game modes experience. So that makes 3 maps of a 3x3, which is 9 lands. So we can say that this is how the progression we will become. So that's the first change that's going to happen on the roadmap. And now, to speak on changes on the roadmap, we were thinking in delivering the game, that's 90% complete. So we would be able to deliver on the Game Maker Gallery very soon. But this is no longer going to happen. Why? Because we have entered the Game Maker Fund, which means that when the Pickaxe Master will be launched on the Sandbox, it will not go through us. It will be Sandbox to launch the game itself on the Sandbox. So you can expect what that means. We cannot confirm it yet, as you understand, but you have a hint on what it might be. We have Alpha Season 3 coming now, so we're still completing the game, so we won't be joining on Alpha 3, but there's going to be more Alpha Seasons in the future. That's where we should be looking for. Saying that, it means that the base map, the first game of the Pickaxe Master, will be delivered through Sandbox, and it will go in the future. Having that in mind, it means that once we finish this game, this map, we will start to work on the other ones. But it will be first delivered one part of the map, and the others will be added afterwards. And once we finish another map, we will start to design another one, and we'll be adding those one by ones, one next to the other, because we want them to combine to form an estate. And this is how we will look into the progression of the games. So this is how we want to bring it to you, because we feel it's more feasible, and instead of just being working for a lot of time on a 3x3, it's better to be working on 1x1s and keep adding those as playable maps to you, so you can have constantly updates and more stuff to do in game. So that's one of the major changes to the roadmap. Now, the second one, it's about the avatar minting, which on the roadmap we were supposed to do it on June, which did not happen, and from June to August, which also did not happen. And why again? Because now we're part of the Game Maker Fund. Although we have only announced it now, we have been discussing with Sandbox about the Game Creator Fund for some months, and that's the reason why it got delayed. I cannot give much details about the avatars right now, because it's something that we are not certain what we can share, or what we can share, basically. That's most of it. So for now, the avatar minting, it will not happen until the game launch, at least. So we can count with that. Now, what we can also say that's going to change, but instead of taking out or delaying, it will come sooner. So we have been told by Sandbox that we will be able to do an NFT drop. And what does that mean? With an NFT drop, it means that we're going to have NFTs, assets from the Pickaxe Master to the marketplace. And you can imagine what's coming. It's coming some pickaxes. We're going to have a pickaxe collection, and we'll be choosing the most cool pickaxes for you to be able to purchase them. And what we want to do, we want to bring utility to every NFT or almost NFT that we drop. So saying that, for example, we can see on the map here, we have that giant pickaxe. We're most likely to mint that giant pickaxe as a prop. For example, this one, we're not counting on having utility to it, but we're counting to have an asset that you can own and place in your map if you want. And this is just one example, because this is a landmark. This is something really cool to have, and it's a clear reference to the Pickaxe Master. And it can be used in many different ways. For example, if you're running on a giant world, having a giant pickaxe, it also makes sense. But for now, we're choosing, and the first one, it will eventually be the Pickaxe Collection. And those pickaxes, we're still trying to figure out what would be the best benefit in terms of utility for the pickaxes. And what we want to bring is for those pickaxes to be a pass for a seasonal reward. And most likely, this is still to be confirmed. This is subject to change, but the pickaxes should be part of the play-to-earn season, the play-to-earn mining season. And that's what we want to bring to the utility to the pickaxes. Not only they are cool assets, they are cool weapons to use all across the Sandbox metaverse that you can use in our land or any other lands, as you have other type of equipments, like you have the Blaze game equipments, like you have the Alpha Sword or Alpha Shield. You'll have the pickaxes as equipable weapon as well. But not only as equipable weapon, it will also serve as a pass for the play-to-earn mining sessions that we will have, and we have not decided if we'll go every week, every 2 weeks, or every 15 days, or every month. That's still stuff we're deciding, and we're still planning what's the best way to go through it. So, because that affects directly the rewards that we can give every season. So there's going to be some thought put into it, and when we have clearer information on it, we will advance with it, as you know. So we went through the changes regarding the game and expansion releases, which will be pushed down a bit further down the road, because we want to deliver it as best as possible. And being delivering those game modes through Sandbox itself, it's a way that we know it's going to be a success, and it will be a successful way to deliver the game. And in the end, we know that the game will benefit most for being launched that way. And in the very end, who's going to benefit the most of having the game delivered this way? It's going to be you that's going to be playing the game as well. So you want this game to be as best as it can be. And the choices that we're making are in consideration for you to have the best experience possible. So I hope you understand these changes that are being made, and they're being made so we can protect the game to be delivered as best as possible. And if we can go being launched by Sandbox, it will have a major support in exposure by doing it so. Now, regarding the avatar drop, it's also going to be pushed forward because when, and this has been said several times, we are only going to do the avatar mint when we can apply the utility to the avatars. So it does not make sense to us to be minting the avatars right now if we cannot put the utility to it immediately. So that's one of the reasons that we will be also pushing further down the road the avatar mint, so it's closer when the game launches. Now, regarding the Pickaxe NFT sale, it will go a bit sooner than the game drop for two reasons. Because we will need some of the assets to be placed in the game that we're watching right now. And for that reason, we will need those assets minted. And secondly, as you know, it will serve as a fund for the team for us to keep developing this beautiful game that we have been doing for months for you. So those are going to be the two main reasons why the Pickaxe sale will happen sooner than the game release. More things about it. Let me look at the old roadmap. And regarding a new roadmap, I remember seeing it will be updated very soon. Probably not this week, but by the end of next week. So we can count it on the 20th of August. But let's just put a wider... it will go sooner than this, but just to be safe, let's say by the end of this month, the new roadmap will be out. It will go sooner, but just to play it safe, I'll say that by the end of the month, the new roadmap is out with all the changes that we have just announced in here. More things to say. I think that I'm going to take some of the questions that were done in the AMA questions in the Discord server. I'll take that one first because it was the first being written, and then I'll go through the chat at Twitch and at YouTube because I already see some questions as well, and we will go through those questions too. So we have Wicked U2 asking, hey team, since we don't know what changes have been made, this was written before we started the stream, I can't really think of a lot of questions. Here's 3 anyway. Will the game be published in the Game Maker sooner now that you're in the GMF? Well, actually, it won't be published sooner, because if it was all dependent on us, we would be releasing that game on the gallery sooner. But since we're going to do the launch through the Sandbox, or with the official support of the Sandbox, it will be Sandbox to publish the game themselves. So right now, we cannot decide when it will be published, but when it will be published, it will be at the right timing, like everything that we do, and we will have much more support than doing all by ourselves. The next one, how will the changes impact the miners? Well, it will impact because it won't be available to be played as soon as everyone wanted, including us, but this is going to be one of the changes. Secondly, it will be improved because it will have all the Sandbox feedback. It will have Sandbox Q&A as well. So everything that could be improved, it will be improved before we launch the game. So the version that you'll get to play, it will be the best and most tested version ever. So we ensure that what you're playing, it's a fine-tuned version of the game. And when will the roadmap be updated is the last question of Wicked U2. So we've just said it that until the end of the month of August, it will be updated on the website, but you can expect of it coming a bit sooner. Now, when we'll be able to mint dwarfs and equipment is the last question from Wicked U2. I have to make sure I have enough sand in my wallets. That's very important. You do need to have sand in your wallets. And as you know, the dwarfs will be 50 sand, and the equipment sand, it will also be 50 sand. So when it will be able to mint those, probably next to the game launch. That's what we are aiming and that's what we are expecting. But until we have new news or further news regarding that, we'll just stick with that, because when we do have that confirmation, you know that we will be answering to you, and we'll be making another MA just about it, so you can have all the details regarding that. Now, let's take some questions from the chat, and if you still have questions, put it here. So just going to watch it from the back. And I see that Gibbons is taking such a nice tour on the map, just showing every single corner that we can find.
Just roaming around.
And hey, Gibbons, of what we have just announced, what of those are you most excited about?
Probably that the game maker team will also investigate and like give the feedback. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good one, because we do all these alpha tests with you, and we always try to look for bugs, but then having a complete and professional team to do it along with us, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be super. Because we're going to find bugs that we have never thought of, because they have more experience, because they have tested way more games than us, so their feedback will be crucial for sure. Now, questions from the chat. If you have questions, place them in the chat. We'll be reading those and answering as well. And we've got Surudoy Rio asking, will the new map be of a season release or also in S6? What's this S6, season 6? Or something being held till it releases? I'm not completely sure if I understand your question. And the new maps that we'll be designing after this one, how they will be released, I'm not completely sure, because from what I've understood on the roadmap is that landowners will be able to publish their own experience. If that becomes a standard and the sandbox is open 24/7, it means that whenever we have a new map ready, it's been tested in Q&A, we are able to deliver it as soon as it's ready. But since this is not confirmed, this is just a wild assumption or a wild guess that we're making, we will have to wait and see what will actually happen. Now, the winners of a minor, so they won't receive until season 4, or this will be shifted earlier. So everyone that has won a minor, dwarf minor from the giveaways, they will be given away, and this is stated in the light paper, 1 month after the minting starts. So it means that they will not be given sooner, but if there's any change to that, we will announce it. But as for it is right now, they will be given away 1 month after the minting starts. I know that there's a couple of dwarf winners there. Everyone's really eager to get their dwarf avatars, and we want to make sure that whenever they are going to be minted, you can start playing with them, and you have already features and you have utility brought to them. Now, we have Besmir asking, yes, and there will be rewards for NFT collectors on how many alpha assets you got. So, from what I've understood, you're talking about the alpha assets that came from the alpha seasons. And those alpha rewards for NFT collectors, they come from the Sandbox prizes. In case of the Pickaxe Master, our NFT collection will be mostly pickaxes, and it will be other type of assets like a rune baby, like the giant pickaxe, like the magical anvil. There's going to be other types of NFTs and assets that will be minting apart from the pickaxe collection, which will be the main collection. Now, what we want to do is to put those pickaxes NFTs as a pass for the mining play to earn season. So that's one of the things that we want to bring. And when we have the avatar collection, we'll be using, we'll try to figure out a formula for assets to have some sort of multiplier effects or have an additional pool of rewards. We still have to think and see how we're going to do it. But in terms of alpha assets, no, those would not count in the Pickaxe Master unless it's something created by the Sandbox itself, because those are the Sandbox created assets, and this will be the Pickaxe Master created assets. So there's two different assets. And Wicked, you too, there's no problem. I'm here to answer all your questions. This is what it's called an AMA. It's Ask Me Anything. So we are here to be asked anything and to answer everything. So that is AmSand. Yes, everything will be minted on Polygon. We know that all the assets will be bridged to the Polygon network sooner. We know that from the Sandbox streams, they have been telling us the reason that this has not happened yet is because the contracts are still being verified and being audited. And while they're doing it, so they're making sure that everything in the Sandbox ecosystem can be transferred with the most secure way, because the last thing you want is to have your assets lost or stolen due to a contract breach. So I am very happy, and everyone should be super happy that they're taking their time to ensure maximum security through this bridge. I would not consider it a delay on the roadmap. I consider it being cautious and being sure on what they're doing. So I'm Bengali saying, bottom line is we can play the game on 2023. We cannot confirm or not confirm that, because even ourselves, we don't know when it's going to be the release date. So we have to stick by and see how it's going to be the progress. We know that we'll be giving you the progress on the Pickaxe Master, on the things that we've been building and developing. You know that this game is almost complete. So by the time that this game is complete, we will start making new things, and we will be sharing those new things with you. But before that, if we can play the game before, we are not sure yet when it will be playable. And we are sorry for it, because we want you to play this game. But there's other things that will be playable before the Sandbox launch. So as you know, we're going to have the board game edition, digital edition on the website, which will be start to be built after we finish all the logic on the game maker. So after that, you can expect for us to start to do some tournaments with sand prizes on our websites. And from that, we will also be delivering the board game on the physical edition. So you'll be able to play the Pickaxe Master with your friends, with your family, at your home or at your local cafe, wherever you want. So it's not like everything is going to be stopped. No, we're still going to bring you new stuff to do. We're also bringing new game modes for you to play. Just the Sandbox version, it will be pushed down a bit further down the road or the timeline, because now we have the amazing support of Sandbox. But regarding the board game digital edition, it will be come out sooner than that. So you'll start to play the Pickaxe Master not only on 2023, but still this year. Now, exactly, Wicked YouTube says we may have a board game before that. That is correct. Firstly, we're going to do the digital version so that we already did a lot of alpha tests, but before we do the physical edition or the final edition, we want to run the digital edition with you so we can try to break the game or test it out as much as possible. And like we have been doing here on the server, we have been giving prizes. Oh, where does that lead to? We've been giving prizes to everyone while we do the streams. We'll be hosting tournaments with sand prizes as well. So while we do the final alpha test on the board game with the digital edition on the website, we'll be hosting tournaments that will grant you sand prizes. So stay tuned for that. And you know that 95% is complete. And once we finish all this logic, we will start to do that board game as well. And regarding utility, we're still thinking how to integrate NFT utility with the board game digital edition as well. But still, that's a lot of brainstorming that's happening, and we'll come out with a formula that will bring extra utility to the NFTs you buy from the Pickaxe Master. Now, I'm Bengali is asking, and this is not related to the Pickaxe Master directly, and he's asking, does it cost to change sand to M sand? So there's several ways to do it. There's not only one. The one that's always been said by the Sandbox is to use the bridge that you can do on the website. So if you go to the Sandbox website, and I think if you go to your profile or to the staking page, there's a place there which says bridge sand. And by doing that, so you'll be able to bridge sand from the Ethereum chain to the Polygon chain. It will have fees in Ethereum and will have some fees in Matic. So make sure you have those two tokens to pay for the fees. Now, there's other ways to do it. And another way to do it is for you to send from your wallet, which could be, for example, a MetaMask, and send to a centralized exchange. For example, it could be Binance. You can send that sand in the Ethereum chain to your account on an exchange, and then send it back to your account, but using the Polygon network. It's just two different ways you can bridge sand to one place or the other. You can choose the one you feel most comfortable with. You can choose the one that you think it's most safe. It's really up to you. And before you do anything, I strongly suggest for you to check tutorials, for you to check several videos on the internet, on YouTube, to check some guides. That's what I did. And I have to say, some of my learnings in crypto world involved me losing some crypto because I did things wrong. But I have to say, it cost me a bit, but I learned for good. And don't be that person that does not, it's like, I got this. And I was like, damn, I should have saw that tutorial first. Don't be that person. Don't be like me. Go check the tutorials first. Go check everything first before you do it. And when you decided to do it, you decide with your own conscience what it's best for you. Now, do we have more questions in the chat regarding the changes that are going to happen on the roadmap, to the changes that will happen on the period that will be delivering stuff, regarding the NFT drop that will happen in the future through Sandbox? Let us know if you got any more questions. We try to be in advance, give you as much as information as we can. If there's anything we cannot say at this time, it will be given out in the future when we can deliver that information. But that's it. For now, that's all we can share and all we got to share. The new roadmap will come by the end of this month, by the end of August. The game will be released by Sandbox itself. It will no longer be released by us. It will not go into the game maker gallery, so that means something. It will not be delivered that way. It will be delivered officially by the Sandbox. Now, when it will be delivered, that's something that's not us, or probably not even the Sandbox knows at this time, because right now we're still working on delivering, not us, but the Sandbox is working on delivering the Sandbox Alpha 3. So there's things that will happen first before we get the time to launch the Pickaxe Master. So this was our AMA. and we're going to do just a nice surprise for you to attending this AMA. We're going to do one lucky miner for today. Just end this stream with a nice touch of some good luck. So it's been posted on the chat, the link of the Google form, so you can fill it out. You can fill it out, and we'll be closing in some minutes from now. Oh, what happened there?
We'll take a
And
screenshot.
we'll raffle.
We'll probably have to investigate.
Oh, that's probably off the collision box with that fine, no?
Yep, probably.
So make sure you're filling out that one.
Also in here.
Make sure you're filling out that form, because we will be raffling a gold pickaxe. So there's another chance for you to win. You got stuck there?
Probably, yeah. Took a screenshot.
Let's try to get out from there. Always trying to break the game. This is what Q&A will do to us. Break the game in every single possible aspect.
Yeah.
And they're going to break the game in so many ways that we cannot even imagine. But hey, that's what Q&A is for, right? So we got 2 answers to the stream. So if you want to win a pickaxe for a chance to play to earn, a free chance to mine, we'll be raffling this stream 1 gold pickaxe to you as a way for us to end this stream in a good tone. We already given up most of the news regarding the updates that are going to happen because of we joined the Game Maker Fund. We know that there's going to be a lot of good things also happening from there. And yeah, that's it. We're excited to see what the future is going to hold for us, what the future is going to hold for you. And all I can say is that we'll be together in this journey as we've always had. We do always these streams every week, and we want to continue to do them with you. So you know that on what are we working, on what page are we, and we want you to be on the same page as we are, so that we keep developing this game together. As you know, oh, there's no miner.
Yeah, probably.
No yes, no yes, or no miner. And we got Wicked U2 asking, are you using 0.7 already? No, we are not using 0.7 already. We know that 0.7 will come very shortly as well, open for everyone, so it should not take long to be able for everyone. And by the way, Toastu, how much the speed run you were doing on the stream on the other day? How was your high score? Did you manage to get on the top places? Now it's working. So let's buy 1 gold pickaxe. And I'm going to copy one more time the link to be filled. I'm going to give 1 more minute to be filled, and then we're going to raffle the gold pickaxe. That's some good looking pickaxe.
Indeed, yeah.
One minute and 24 seconds. I have to admit, myself, I'm not good at speedrun. Gibush, are you good at speedrun games? Like parkour?
I tried some speedruns on some games, but no, probably not. Not very good. Because you have to
Well-
really invest a lot of time.
We have to make some in-houses competition. Like, who's the fastest Pickaxe Master team member to complete one of the races? That would be fun. Toast 2 got around 1 minute and 24 seconds. And he didn't go on the fastest route. It would have been 1:17. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we can do some partnership with another game just to run some friendly competition. And I would say that it's about to close the form. And there's about 7 responses so far. And from what I've seen in here, everyone has already been a winner. So someone is going to get up in the leaderboard. So let me open that RNG. Let me paste 1 to 7 and click generate. And got number 5. So, and we got Toastu as the winner for today. Hey, congratulations. You didn't get to be the first one on the speedrun test, but you got to be the lucky miner of today. So, if you already seen the other streams, you know how this works. You got a gold pickaxe, and a gold pickaxe has 50 hit points. So with 50 hit points, you have to manage those through all the mineable blocks. And the mineable blocks are, or they come from sand, and they go up to stone. So a sand mineable block, it takes 1 hit point from your pickaxe. And a stone block, it takes 5 hit points from your pickaxe. And everything else in between, it will go from 2, 3, and 4 HP. So whatever you decide to mine, you have to make sure that you have 50 hit points on your pickaxe. You have to manage them wisely. So the softer it is to break a mineable block, the lower the reward it will be. But the higher hardness of a block, the better type of prize there will be in it as well. So there's a balance in here on what you should choose. So let us know what's going to be your choice, or what is going to be your guess regarding the type of mineable blocks. Gibbous already has his lucky finger ready to give some prizes. So you just have to choose what type of blocks you want. We have sand, we have dirt, we have clay, gravel, and stone. You can choose just one, you can choose 2 types, you can choose a mix of everything. You can just give a green card to give us to mine anything. And Tosto is going for clay and sand. Nice one. We don't have that so often chosen. So everyone at the chat, I want you to send some good luck to Toastu because he deserves it. And you know that the Misty Mountain always listens to the chat. So good luck, Toastu. I hope that you get a lot of luck in this mining, in this lucky miner chance. And I want everyone to also send him some good luck vibes. So let's go. We already got the copper ore, so it's working. So that's 0.05 cent for you. Just starting.
How much clay blocks you want and how much sand? Because we can mine 50-50.
That's going to be 25 sand blocks. If we divide it by the HP,
Yeah. And
it's going to be 25
clay.
blocks. Let me check. So 25 dividing by 3, that's not going to be a round number, I think. Yeah, it's going to be 8 clay blocks.
Okay, so we mined. There was 1, 2. Okay, so 4 at the moment.
Let's spend all the clay first, and then we'll just go full sand. Let's get some more prizes going on.
So we got 6 now?
I think so. It does not have to be equal exactly. I am not picky. When we get the educational quests going on, these educational clay and all the educational material, it's going to have also another type of utility, because you'll be able to learn something really cool.
A ruby?
It's the first time we got a ruby from
Oh
a
my
claystone.
God.
Let's go, Toastu.
I'm
You
afraid to
are-
touch it.
You are a lucky miner. We've been waiting this for so long. Man, we have
Oh
to
my
take the
God.
screenshots. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a minute. Put it there. Let me take the
Yeah,
screenshots.
yeah. I will
Screenshots.
drop it nicely right here. Okay.
Let me just post here on the chat. On the
Get
Discord.
a selfie with this ruby. Oh my god. My heart is beating actually. This is
Hell
huge.
yeah! Well, it should not go like this. Can you... How do you take your screenshots?
I can take a screenshot.
Yeah. Take a like that. Can you post it directly on the... On Discord? On the general? On the lobby?
Yeah, but okay. The Discord is now off. So yeah,
Yep. New number one coming in hot. Hell yeah! Toastu just got himself a ruby diamond. And a ruby, if I'm not mistaken, is worth 8 cents. So that one, it came from a clay block. So that's something very rare. That's like the best price you could get from a clay block. So you got the best price from that possible block, which is 8 cents. Let's go! So, Toastu, congratulations. You just got yourself a ruby. And this is the first time that a ruby has ever came out in the Pickaxe Master. Congratulations to you. And
okay, but
hey,
still we're not done yet.
we're not done yet. We still have more mining to do. So it took about 4 months to drop 1 gem. And we got ourselves some coal.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
I really waited for this.
We all waited for so long for this to happen. And hey, someone's going just straight off to number 1 at the leaderboard. Another coal. Wow. Man, the luck just kicked in.
Indeed.
And yeah, this is what happens when everyone at the chat just goes giving some good luck vibes. Hell yeah. I'd love to see the Sand Fam eating some of this.
It's probably due to music and not due to our new rig. The mountain
Oh,
is
yeah.
happy.
And how do you think the new rig? It's not the best render. I know this is like Sandbox streams low budget, something like that. But how do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you like better the old version? Let us know. I'm just going to double check the value of the ruby, because it has not... The other ones I know for just already in top of my head because it drops so often, but a ruby is not that often to drop, so I'm just going to double check it, what's the worth of it. And that list is over here. And a ruby, it's worth 8 cents. Yeah, I was correct. Hell yeah, I'm excited. Looking good. Maybe only add names for newcomers. Gibash, do you have a way to do that?
A name for newcomer in the Discord or no in Twitch.
Here, yeah, at the stream. So basically to have in somewhere, I would say I'm looking at here, so probably below, it's showing up, yeah, like below here, our faces, you would have our name.
I'm not sure that is does the StreamYard has this functionality, but we
I
might
don't think so.
be able
Maybe in
through Twitch.
OBS. Maybe in OBS we could do it.
It's probably then we have to add a chat
Just
window.
give me 1 second.
Não tens
Diz.
texto, não tens.
Aqui tenho, mas já pode ser daqui a um pouco.
Não sei, aqui o homem. Se não me dizias onde estava aquilo, ia estar. É 20 euros ao que não vais dizer.
Tira daqui. Leva. Depois já me dás isso.
Não tens aqui dinheiro.
Everyone at chat, just give me 1 second.
No problem, Bruno. So
Yeah.
it seems like we used all of our luck
Leva
on
e já
that ruby.
trazes.
Even sand does not even drop.
Deixa estar isso aí.
Okay.
Até já.
Yeah.
I'm back. So
Oh.
we're going back to clay again?
Yeah, I also just saw on chat that he asked for more clay. Okay.
Well, if I want a ruby pickaxe, I would not trade clay for anything else. I would just stick to clay all the end. Man, we got... It was not only a gem, but the ruby, and we have to go to the basement after this one, so they can see how the... Not
I'm
now.
not sure how much HP does this pickaxe
It has
left,
50.
maybe.
No, don't do yet. Let's finish
Okay.
first the HP. It should not take much long because we have mined quite a bit with it. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the last one.
it was the last one. So you can see the RNG and how hard it was to get this one. We have
Do we go to
place
the
the-
bottom?
Yeah, we can go to the bottom. You can go to the clay. Let's go to the clay RNG. So that's first, second, third. Let's go to the third one. You're going to the road, so you don't touch anything.
Yeah, I'm just careful.
Yeah, just no. That's the first one. That's third. Yeah, that's. So if you go there, you can see the type of prizes that can be won. So you can see
Okay.
there's the educational, there's the copper, there's the silver nugget, the silver ore, a silver nugget, there's a sapphire and a ruby. So the ruby is the best prize that you can win. And if you look at the RNG, it means that it will have to fall down on the very last one. You can see the last one there. So whenever the RNG triggers, it will make a ball drop in this line. If it falls on the green, it will advance to the next stage. If it falls again on the green, it falls on the next stage. And it falls again on the green, it will move to this last column or this last row. And to win a ruby, it has to land on the green. If it went to the last row and it landed anywhere else on these brown areas, it would have been an emerald. But since it landed on the green one, on that last row, you just won yourself a ruby. So you can see it's an RNG system. It's hard to get the last prizes because it's designed to be like that, but it's not impossible. It just happened. You just won yourself a ruby pickaxe, which is worth 8 cents, and you got yourself some other prizes. So let's take a look at the vault to see what's happening. And thank you, Toast2. It has given a lot of work and to build this type of mechanic and this type of logic, but we are proud that it's working and it's a stable logic. Actually, I was waiting for very long to see one of these big prizes to come out, to see what impact would it have on the RNG, to see if it's a stable RNG or not. And I have to say that I am very, very happy that it has come out. So look at that. Look at the ruby there. We got three coal. Okay, let me open up here before we start to trade stuff. So I got the lists, and this is from the stream mining winners, and you've seen this was with a gold pickaxe. The gold pickaxe, it costs 0 0.50. Let's see how much Toast has won with a pickaxe that has cost 0.50. So let me check up here to see what's your wallet address so I can add it. This has been the number 5. So this is your wallet address. Let me copy it to add in here. And we got coal multiplying by 3. We got copper 1, correct?
Yep.
We got a ruby. So the ruby is 8 cents. Copper is 0.05 cents. And coal is 0.01. But since you got 3, you just want 0.03 cents. So the total winnings from your mining, it's 8 cents dot 08. And you know what's funny? Today is the 8th of August. You just won 808.08. I love it.
That's some coincidence in universe. That's probably a
That's
bug.
The universe has went on a bug. Well, my girlfriend was saying that today in astrology it's a portal. I don't understand much about astrology, but she does. And she's saying that today we have an open portal. And looks like this portal is open to the metaverse. Let's fucking go.
Okay, so exchanging a ruby.
This is the first time it happens.
Oh
Look at
my,
that. It's the first time. It's the first time it's a red coin. Can you also take a screenshot on that one?
Yeah. Of
The
course,
mountain
we're
gives
recording,
based on
so
dates. Oh yeah, we can take a screenshot later, but this one has much more quality. And after that, I don't know if you already pasted in the Discord server.
no, not yet. It's Discord is closed,
Oh, okay.
and
No worries.
yeah, this rig now is.
Yeah. After we end up the stream, Gibbers will be posting those on the server. Damn, I am so excited. I'm so happy and so thrilled to see this happening. We finally got ourselves a ruby being mined, and if we had already the full experience out, you know what this would mean. It would mean that with that ruby, you would be able to make it smaller parts of that ruby. So it means that with that big ruby, we would make big polished rubies. And from that, you would be able, from one big polished ruby, you'd be able to make small polished rubies. So you'll be able to break down that huge ruby you just mined into smaller pieces. With those, you'll be able to make the ruby pickaxe, of course, and you'll be able to use it on the crafting materials. And since it's a ruby, it's a gem, it will be used to be crafting or legendary equipment or epic equipment. We're still developing that crafting system, but we know that this is the way I thought things will happen. Again, Toastu, congratulations. You just won yourself the best prize so far, and it was not even on the dedicated Lucky Minus show. It was on the EMA. And I have to say that this is a really good sign. We're giving you news about what's going to happen on the game and what does the Misty Mountain does, and the Pickaxe Master game gives you prizes. So we're making sure that everything is at its best for you to receive the best game possible, because we're aiming to do the best mining game on the Sandbox, and that's what we want to deliver, and we believe this is the best way to deliver it to you. So, Gibash, we're reaching at 1 hour. We already said everything about we wanted of the Game Maker Fund updates. In the chat, it does not seem that there are more questions, but if you do have more questions, please throw them before we close the stream. And if you want, you can say some good words to the chat before we meet again.
Yeah, of course. So see a stream in probably Wednesday. On Wednesday's Lucky Mining stream. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, everyone at the chat, thank you for joining us and staying with us. Thank you for your time to see what we're doing and what we are up to. We are very grateful to have you always watching what we do. And stay around for the next streams on the Wednesday Lucky Minus show. And if you have any more questions, just post it on the AMA and we'll make sure to answer everything that you ask us. So thank you for coming by. I hope you like the news that we have just gave you, and we wish you an amazing week because we have just started. It's Monday and there's plenty of things to happen during this week. So stay tuned and I hope you have an amazing week. So
See you,
everyone. Cheers. Goodbye.
In ancient times, the secret mountain was sealed by the dwarf titans with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds.
And there is some kind of weird magic. What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?